It is I, the Maize Madman. Good evening, good people. It is I, the Maize Madman. We are back for episode 56 of Maize Out Monday. Now, granted, we haven't had 56 episodes of Maize Out Monday, but we just combined what used to be M&M Monday with Maize Out Monday. 56 episodes now. I'm here with my guy,
the Maniac,
and of course, my other guy,
your boy, Lich Max.
Yes.
Yo, shout out to Lich. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. We got a very special co-host tonight. You've seen him here before. You probably saw him here as recently as last night. It's my guy, your guy, JOJ, Johnny Olden Jr. of the Johnny Olden Jr. Show. Johnny, how you feeling?
I'm all right. It's a new week, new hope.
New hope.
Leave
That's what
leave the therapy session to Sunday. Monday, we got new hope.
No
Yes.
doubt.
Yes.
No doubt.
I was gonna say, yo, you know what? We should clip the what's his name? The Jack Nicholson. It's Johnny. And we put that in, bro.
That's perfect, right? Because we had a whole production for G last week. Which, by the way, where G at? Milk carton G right now. But anyway,
I think he's still recovering from Saturday.
Exactly. Keel, shout out to Keel. Even though he is a fan of that vile, disgusting cesspool
Shout to you,
in
Keel.
Columbus.
Shout to you.
Richie Dubs is also here. Why y'all here? It's Maize Out Monday. Jay Marion is in the chat. Shout out to Kicking Chicken in the chat. Mike Layton, of course. Ron Embry, of course. My guy DK All Day is in the chat. All right. Welcome to today's special co-host, Johnny Olden Jr. We did that already.
Yeah.
Listen, we're on to this, man. Michigan got embarrassed Saturday. All right. Let's not spend a lot of time on it because we spent a lot of time on it because we're going to talk about it, of course. But Michigan went to Los Angeles early to prepare allegedly for the game against USC, was practicing at the Bolt, the Chargers facility, all of that. It sounded good, had me hype. But obviously they fell on their face. Let's start with you because you don't get to talk a lot early.
Yeah.
What's good?
You know, I think maybe those Los Angeles Chargers cheerleaders may have distracted our guys during practice. I think that's probably what was going on. That's the more likely story than we dropped the ball there. But realistically, if we look at it, we dropped the ball. That's kind of what it came down to. Our defense didn't do well. Our offense did like the best they could, but ultimately didn't do well either. I mean, it was just a whole cluster of a game. Realistically, we lost Justice Haynes pretty early on. Right before the half, that kind of hurt us really badly. We did have some bright spots on defense. We had Jair Hill stepping up. And then on offense, we had Jordan Marshall stepping up to make some of those key runs that we needed from that we normally see from Haynes. He actually stepped up when we needed him to, which I think is a good sign overall. But at the end of the day, I think what it comes down to is we just kind of got outplayed. Is really what it comes down to. They coached better than we did. Yeah.
And coaching being the key word, we're gonna get to that too. Johnny,
I actually have a hot take on that too when we get there.
We'll definitely get to it. Johnny, talk to us about briefly because I know we've exhausted this, but let's say it.
Yeah, it was just disappointing the way it looked. Defensively, especially because offensively, I knew even though the USC's defense is statistically bad, I knew that our offense isn't just that great. And then when Haynes went down, it was like, oh boy. But defensively, I knew Wink was going to have to really have these boys locked in, you know, and it just fell apart. You know, we knew they were going to get something in the throw game. But once the run game, the floodgates were open in the run game, it was like, all right, well, they throwing it, running it. they doing whatever they want. They getting freaky out there. It's like, yeah, it's a wrap for us. So that's basically what it was. So we just gotta focus in. So all we can
Maniac, the elephant in the room. Of course, Michigan got the doors blown off. Let's hear it.
Yeah, man, we definitely got put in the Boston Crab without a doubt, man. And it was just shout to USC, Lincoln Riley and his coaching staff, man. When the team is going into a bye and they struggling, that is the week to fix things, patch it up. And they absolutely did that. Unfortunately, we were the guinea pigs for that. And their defense, look, they returned a safety. Like, he's one of their best players in the secondary. They did return some players. So, they got healthy, but that's still no excuse, man. They were well-balanced offensively. They had about almost 250 rushing, 250 passing. Whenever you have about 500 yards of offense, chances are you're going to win the game, or you're in a very good position to win the game. So, this is going to be just more shouting out USC, man. They defense. And we were out physical. They were the more physical team than us on both sides. And this is the second time it's happened to Michigan this year. And it looked bad both times.
Yeah. Listen, man, I didn't think here's some positives really quick. I didn't think Bryce Underwood looked terrible.
No.
He didn't look bad in this game. In fact, outside of that interception and a couple other throws, I'm sure he wants back.
That should have been a holding.
Right. It wasn't completely bad for him. Jaden Davis got in this game, promptly threw it to the other team, but he also doesn't get a lot of playing time, whatever. Jordan Marshall led the team in rushing this week, which is, new. Justice Haynes, they said he wasn't ruled out of the game, so he possibly could have come back, which is a good sign for Michigan fans that he could have gotten back in that game. Of course, they held him out. That it is what it is. Here's the brightest spot, though. Last week, Andrew Marsh was targeted 4 times. Andrew Marsh caught all 4 targets for 80 yards. This past week, Andrew Marsh was targeted 9 times. He caught 8 of those 9 targets for 130 plus yards, and almost caught the 9th one, by the way. It was an excellent defensive play, and it would have been a tough catch anyway. Andrew Marsh, ladies and gentlemen, is as advertised. I got to give him that. I don't know why we had to wait until, game 5 even to, now granted, Johnny, me and you both were on him early when he fumbled. He like game 1, I believe he had a couple like freshman mistakes, and we, pointed that out, but he has been in the lab. And it's obvious. So I got to give him credit for that. Donovan McCulley wasn't bad, only 3 catches. The defense, though, as a whole, I'm not going to call out any names. I don't know about y'all. I got a message, a DM from a certain player's mother. So I'm going forward, I won't be saying, yo, this guy is trash and stuff like that, right? Not that I said that, not that I said that, but you know what I mean, right? So I'm not going to be going too crazy on the players.
Out of respect,
right? But the defense as a whole didn't play well, right? We missed tackles, there were missed assignments. Johnny pointed out several times that defensive line undisciplined, just getting up the field, running by the play so many times, taking horrible angles so many times. It's a lot to talk about or to fix rather for that coaching staff this week, and hopefully they do that, because it gets easier per se, but this is a tough task. These guys this is a good football team. They've lost 1 game. By the way, they lost that 1 game to the number 1 team in the country, Washington. So we got to definitely be locked in this week. All right, let's move on. Lich, what we got next?
We have 1 second.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Ladies and gentlemen, the Maize Madman Maniac and Kinetic proudly present to you the good, the bad, the ugly, 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 ugly.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yo, time out. Yo, put my man, who's that? My man Aaron Taylor's comment. Megazord activate.
Now we ain't got the whole Megazord though.
Yeah, that's Saturday.
Right.
That's for Saturday.
Yeah, we out there. But shout out to Aaron, man. AT.
Yeah,
that's dope. All right, man. Good, bad, ugly. Johnny, you are the guest. We're gonna save you for last. We're gonna let Lich Max kick it off before he gets to his producer duties. Lich, talk to us.
Alrighty. So the good, the bad, and ugly of the USC game. Obviously, part of the bad is we'll start with the good. Freshman receiver Andrew Marsh emerged as a bright spot, catching 8 passes for 138 yards and scoring a 69-yard touchdown. That definitely showcased his playmaking ability, and I look forward to seeing him more of him moving forward throughout the year. Another good point, Bryce Underwood definitely showed flashes of his composure under pressure, completing 15 of 24 passes for 207 yards and 2 touchdowns, which I think that's the most passing touchdowns he's gotten this season so far is 2.
It is.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
At least in one game.
Yeah.
Then the Michigan defense managed to get 2 key red zone takeaways, which I would file that under a good point for the defense. I mean, they didn't look great for the most of the game, but they did pretty decently. We got a diving interception from Zeke Berry, which kind of kept the game closer than the yardage totals would suggest.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan Marshall obviously stepped up after the injury to Haynes, which definitely helped the offense out as much as he could, at least. But it was good to see that when we needed him to step up, he was ready to step up. Now the bad. I'll choose one from the bad just because I know you guys are gonna all have bad takes too. So one from the bad. I'm gonna say the defense for sure. The defense did not look great. Outside of those flashes that we saw that kept us somewhat in the game for the most part, I'm gonna say like the defense was definitely not the best. Now the ugly. I'm gonna put this on the play calling. Completely, the play calling was just ugly on defense. He was not calling the right plays for the right situations. It was just kind of keeping us a step behind the USC. We definitely need to be more creative with the defensive play calling to keep them on their toes, not so they didn't know what was coming. Like they pretty much figured us out. We're gonna blitz, so they're just gonna throw screens, and that's gonna end us. It's kind of been that way all season though. Is like screenplays have been demolishing Michigan, and we need to fix that.
Yeah,
no doubt. Maniac, good, bad, ugly.
Well, it's hard to take. Yeah, there was right. Let's the good is again, Bryce seems like he's getting better and better every week. But on top of that, you mentioned too Marsh. I mean, those had to be the good for the game, man. That the future is bright there, at least on the offensive side, right? I think Marshall, I don't think he got enough carries, to really, go on full display. I think we went on panic mode too early offensively. The bad guys, we don't have an identity. That's bad. 6 games in and we don't have an identity. We don't know what we are on offense. That's bad. That's absolutely bad. And the ugly, you know where I'm going with this. The coaching staff. This is ugly. The product we putting out, even in wins, guys, if you just take away the Central Michigan, it hasn't looked good. Even the Nebraska win, the Wisconsin win, the New Mexico win. Like, yeah, we won, but it's something about it that just doesn't look right, man. And that stems from coaching. So the ugly is the coaching. Yeah.
Yep. No doubt. I'll go next, and then we'll let Johnny cook. here in a second. Sorry, I was stuck on a different screen. The good for me, obviously, I spoke about it. Andrew Marsh, Bryce Underwood, true freshmen, 2 true freshmen performing excellently. That's the good. The bad, the bad, obviously, that score line, disgusting. 38 to 31. I'm sorry, 31 to 13, or was it 38? 31, 31, 13. 31, 13. Bad. By the way, that's not enough. 500 plus yards of offense given up. Bad. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
489.
Bad. All right. 489 yards of offense.
500, rounded off.
Yeah,
500.
All right, cool. And then there is the ugly for me. The ugly was the coaching. The coaching really had me out there lifting up my glasses, trying to make out if that was Wink Martindale or Don Brown. It was, you know how Don just refused to change something, even when it wasn't working, just refused to change. Wink Martindale looked like that to me, man. I don't know how so many screen passes can go for big yards. How many times they can run the same run play out of the same formation and it go for big yards. So that's the ugly for me. Johnny, talk to us.
Real quick, hold on, Johnny, before you go. Lynch, put up AJ Southward's comment.
AJ, this one.
All right. Listen, fans are way too emotional. Before the season started, most of y'all had them losing to Oklahoma and USC. Facts. Now y'all panicking. Hayes got hurt in the game. Their best player relax. AJ, first of all, shout to you, champ. Thanks for tuning in. It's not about, bro, you're not watching the games. It's not looking good at all, man. Like, as Michigan fans, we got to be real. Now, I'm not, if we lose, if we get cooked Saturday, yeah, I'm the panic button, I'm breaking that button if it happens. So, yeah, you come on, my brother. We'll see Saturday. I know if we could get through Washington, then I feel good. We'll be 9-2 heading into Ohio State. But anyway, shout to you, AJ. But go ahead, Johnny.
Real quick, I think this is where we're going to be if we lose this weekend.
And I'm dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his head.
That's for facts.
That's a fact.
That's for facts.
That will be said about somebody or several people. Johnny, go ahead.
The good, just like everybody else, Andrew Marsh has to be the good. That was the best thing that came out of that game for us, was seeing him, the maturation of Andrew Marsh, and it's happening pretty quickly. Honestly, 80 yards, then you back it up with 130. What you got next, brother? 200, 17, $1.75. Hello, I like to see it. The bad was the discipline. The discipline on defense, bad, real bad. You know, let me add in the tackling, the discipline and the tackling. You know, it was bad on defense, and that was the big thing. You know, you want to see your team fundamentally sound, and where you're seeing them consistently execute, and they just weren't doing it on defense. So, what can I say? It's not much to say. They just look so undisciplined. It's scary a little bit. Yeah. It's a little bit scary. You know, the ugly, the defensive game plan. The defensive game plan was ugly. That was hideous. That's fail. Yeah. I know a little bit. I know a little bit of Spanish. So I know a little bit. But yeah, the defensive game plan, bro, it was mind-boggling a little bit. Yeah. You know, you got corners 10 yards off, and I don't care what nobody says. Well, because like Garrison was saying on the show yesterday, well, you do that when guys are going to get burnt. Our corners ain't that slow where they need to be no Jair Hill and Zeke Berry ain't that slow where they need to be no 10 and 12 and 15 yards off. They ain't that. Just stop that. you know, and then if you put safeties over the top, you've got the extra help. Like, come on, like, just stop. You know, so I don't know what Wink was thinking with a lot of this game plan, the blitzing, the guys 10, 12 yards off. It just didn't make sense, you know.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I'm gonna wrap it up. If me sitting on my couch playing college football 26 as soon as I get off work for the last 3-4 months and doing my podcast, if I know that USC has the best quarterback against the blitz, and I'm worried that Wink is going to blitz and they're going to expose it, there's no reason Wink Martindale should not know to blitz them. It doesn't make sense to me. And that's when I get mad and I get fed up, is when you got somebody making plenty of money and he don't got the wherewithal to understand that if I go in there blitzing, they're going to expose my defense. And he did it anyway.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling to me. So that's ugly. That's hideous.
You want another real quick before we get to the next segment, which is talking about coaches. Real quick. One of the things that is mind-boggling to me is the smallest person on the offense, Samaj Morgan, is the best blocker that we have on the outside. Like McCulley's a whole 6 whatever, and Samaj Morgan is out there blocking better than, like, come on, bro. It's like we gotta do better in a lot of areas. By the way, and I told myself, and I'm sorry, I just broke my own rule. I didn't mean to call out anybody. I just meant to highlight Samaj Morgan. Samaj Morgan was blocking very well. That's all I meant to do. McCulley, my bad. Mom, don't text me. All right, let's move on.
All right. Before I drop down, I want to say real quick what we should be doing on defense. Pack 8 in the box, scatter on the snap. That's the best way that we could have handled that game. Also, if you guys are trying to get your comments read, send it in the form of a super chat, and then I'll pull it up, and you're more likely to get read that way than just posting in the chat. But still talking to chat amongst y'all.
You're guaranteed to get it pulled up that way. But absolutely. Lich, we appreciate you, sir. Do your thing backstage. All right.
Alrighty. And become a member. Do it. Right now.
Yeah.
Do it right now.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Coaching, ladies and gentlemen. Does Michigan have a coaching problem? Look, I want to apologize. I got to apologize. I'm sorry. I went, a couple people had me tight on Saturday and Sunday. I got to issue an apology to a couple people. Ben Baller, I got to apologize. I shouldn't call you out your name. You're not a clown. You got your opinion, and that matters. Cool. We might have different opinions, and that's fine. And I shouldn't call you out your name. Shout out to my guy Taves the King, who did point something out. Now, granted, what he accused me of, though, trust me, I am not that. Because if I'd have heard the other guys, like I said, I was in my car on Johnny's show, driving in and out of bad signal. I was dropped a couple times, whatever. So it's definitely not because I was trying to save anybody else, but certainly I did do that. I did call that man out his name. That's my fault. Especially another Michigan man. So I want to clear it up.
Real quick, Dom, are you aware you famous, man?
Dom went viral. Dom went viral. He don't even know it.
Dom, you viral. The OSU weirdos, Chris Drew, the weirdo. They took a snippet from Johnny's show and they put you on. It's just crazy.
Shout out to Johnny. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I love this channel.
And we love you back.
That's crazy. Shout out to Johnny, man. All right. Does Michigan have a coaching problem? Maniac, I'm gonna let you cook on this first. What do you think?
Absolutely. It's no secret, guys. We know we've been watching football for a long time. I mean, anyone could see it. Even OSU fans, and it has nothing to do with hate Michigan. You know when your coaching staff is not getting it done. And when your coaches ain't not getting it done, what you do, you got to get rid of them. Now, I made this very clear, and I'm going to make it clear again. I'm not on the Sharon fire Sharon train, but I don't write checks for Michigan. There's other people with big money that do. And if they say we want him gone because he's just not performing well, then that's what's going to happen. They paid a lot of money to get Bryce in here. They said, oh, that's all you need, a quarterback? Say no more. And this is what you're bringing out. So it stems from the top, guys. It's from Sharon Moore, and it trickles down to the coordinators. I mean, the O-line looks bad, right? The offense doesn't have an identity. Defense is out of place. They missing tackles. So special teams, Zavada's even missing kicks. Like, what's going on out here, guys? So right now, special teams coach, O-line coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and head coach is failing us. Yes, we have a coaching problem, and we have a serious one. We still got 4 wins. There's still a lot of season left. But as of right now, this second, we do have a coaching problem.
Yeah, real quick. Shout out to my guy Jason over at Hall of Fame Football. I'm being that we're seeing this, we're guessing that you made it out of the middle of nowhere with the pig that you hit last night. So shout out to that.
Why you say it like that again?
The pig. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean it. You know what I mean. Not that kind of pig. An actual wild hog. There we go. A hog.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. He hit a hog, bro. All right. With his car. Yes. All right, Johnny. Do we have a coaching problem?
I think so. Coaching, assistant coaches, some of these dudes, I'm not sure if they should be around. Bellamy, I've been wanting him gone, so that ain't saying much.
Damn.
What's the D-line coach name?
Lou Esposito.
He can go. He can go to me. I mean, he's getting recruits.
Yeah.
But what are you doing with these guys? They look so undisciplined, bro. How can I want you to stay? I'm missing my what's his name? Mike Elston. That's with Harbaugh right now. I'm missing him. Grant Newsome. I don't mind getting rid of assistant coaches because the goal for the assistant coach or the position coach is to no matter if you get Andrew Marsh or if you get Maniac, he's getting better every year. That's the goal. It don't matter if it's a 2-star or a 5-star. Develop them. That's what it's about, making these guys get better. Is he good, bro? This is my question to people. Has our D-line looked good this year? Even the players that looked good last year. What's the question? You muted, Maize. What's the question? These dudes ain't looking good. So
there we go. Now I'm not muted. But yeah, so real quick, to answer your question, there's been some flashes, right? Benny had a good game a couple games ago. Obviously, whenever he's rushing the passer exclusively, then Jay Sean looks great, right? But outside of that, man,
his run defense, boo-boo. You see what I'm saying? And real quick, this is my problem with what I'm seeing from the D-line and Wink and even the position coaches. I don't know who to blame, so I'm going to name all of them. What's the rotation? You started off the game with the backups.
Right.
What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? You got the backups in to start the game. Some of this stuff don't make sense, bro. Like, come on. Some of this stuff is wild. Why you flip-flopping these dudes in the game like you playing cards, bro? Like, who's your go-to? Who's your backup? Who's the guy that gets in when everybody's been gassed? It doesn't look like you have a rotation of that. That's scary to me. Some of this stuff is scary to me. I have nightmares about some of this stuff because it don't make sense, bro.
I don't need to sleep to have nightmares, man. I be nervous going into these games now. I can't even feel good. Like, all right, all right, we're gonna win by how much? Now it's like, yo, are we gonna be in a dogfight in this game? Because you just don't know now, with the staff, and hopefully we see some fire out this team Saturday, man. But we'll get into that.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, I think we have some coaching issues for sure. Some of the same people Johnny mentioned, Wink Martindale, the architect of the defense, is looking like something that archaeologists found, a fossil that they found, that started this defense many years ago.
Are we out on Wink, or does he have to do what he did last year for us to?
Nah, I can't be out on him 6 games in, right? But it is. I do believe these next 6 games, he has to perform impeccably.
I'm sorry. I think I've seen enough, man. The inconsistency. You gotta. What separates the good from the great, right? We did give him a grace last year. The way he ended it, Indiana by it was a high-powered offense. He held them to like 22 points on the road in Indiana. Okay, a game many expect us to lose by 3-4 touchdowns. Then the Oregon game, the second half, they only scored about 10 points or 13. So it's like, okay, we coming around. We shut down Northwestern. That doesn't say much. We hold Ohio State to 10. They win the Natty. We go beat Bama in the South and shut them down right in Johnny's backyard. And we like, okay, most of these players and the Kenneth Grant and the Mason Graham crowd, they didn't play in the bowl game. And this D-line still dominated, looked even better. We said, yo, okay, this is why we was excited moving forward, and without Josiah Stewart. So we was like, yo, all of these guys are coming back. All of these guys are coming back. And we just haven't seen what we've been expecting. Can it happen? Of course. Football is a weird sport. We could be down 14-10 on Saturday. It'll take we'll one play, an interception that had turned the whole trajectory of this whole season in around. I've seen it in football many times. One play turned the whole season around. Look at Georgia, Auburn, 10-zip Auburn on the inch line. He fumbles. Yeah. He fumbles. This is about to be 17-zip. They go ahead and win that game. Watch Georgia go on the run now. Yeah. Football, that's how football works, man.
No doubt. A couple things. I saw something in the chat I wanted to respond to. My man Mike Legend brought up that year 2 with a freshman quarterback, but we better win out. Mike, this is the ledge I was trying to talk people off of yesterday on Johnny's show. But a lot of people are at their tipping point, I guess, with the head coach and other things. Like, I'm not one of them necessarily, because I understand, at least from my perspective anyway, what he took over. He took over a different team. Then all situations are different. Let me just say that, right? Because I think when I was talking about the situation that Jim took over and the situation that Jim had, where it was 7 years of losing to Ohio State and stuff like that, I think people took that as me like attacking Jim Harbaugh, which I wasn't. Jim Harbaugh is a great coach. Jim Harbaugh is phenomenal football coach. He's very good. He's better than Sharon Moore by a mile in terms of being a head football coach, right? I was just pointing out, though, that he had those years of grace, right? Of losing to your main rival, losing to your other rival, and losing to other teams, by the way, along the way, until he got to a point where he wasn't doing that. And this coach has a different kind of, start, right? He's losing to other teams, and then beating those chief rivals, right? Last year, I think he beat every rival of Michigan that he played anyway. And so far this season, he hasn't lost to a rival of Michigan. So let me just start with that. That said, he's not doing there are some things that people hate to see, like him, his demeanor on the sidelines and things like that. So I can't like give him all the grace, but certainly he deserves some. Talent evaluation is an issue. They tell us every year how great these dudes are, and I'm not seeing it. Mr. Jones, that's a fact. And one of the things that we on this channel vowed to do, not to do, is to buy into, and Johnny as well, buy into what the coaches were telling us preseason. Granted, we went to the spring game. We saw, it wasn't the best spring game ever or anything like that. But we saw what we needed to see in terms of some talent and things like that. But certainly we're not listening to the coaches. Dem Vocals 1 says that Sim has to have the balls to let go of coaches when necessary. Speaking of Sharon Moore, college football is changing. Soon a new era of fresh coaches will take over for once. UM needs to be ahead of the curve, innovative and evolve. Let me ask y'all this, because I did hear, I think, Johnny, you brought up Ron Bellamy. That's a person that's been on the fans' hot seat for a long time. But with what we're seeing out of true freshman Andrew Marsh, I mean, does he get credit for that? Does he deserve that credit?
Yeah, I mean, I give him some credit. I mean, this is the thing. A dead clock is right twice a day.
Right.
So how many misses have he had? And this isn't to knock him. It's just I'm not sure I think we could probably get a better receiver coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let me address something real quick.
Yeah.
About not even about the team. This is about the call-in show, because I keep seeing people talk about Dom. Just real quick.
Yeah.
The call-in show, my call-in show on Sundays is for anybody that wants to come up and cook. And people see it, and Chris Drew and them are running with it a little bit or whatever. I let people come up and cook. And why don't you stop them? Because I want them to have the opportunity to cook. Have any of y'all ever got the chance to cook on Minister Sports? No.
Never.
You have to do it in the chat. You just chat. You're chatters. The Sunday show is giving the opportunity to subscribers to get up there and say what they want to say. It's free speech. That's what makes it different, because you don't get to do that. So when Dom was saying his spiel, I let him cook, because that's what the show is for.
Mm-hmm. And that's how he feels. Why? Listen, let's not, bro. We'll be here for weeks going through OSU. We could clip up so much OSU stuff they done. The hammers dropping. They promised. They bet their lives, their kids' lives. Like stupid, retarded. They said dumb shit. If Dom says what he says, so what? So what? They just don't agree. That's it. You don't agree. You don't agree. But only OSU bozos do stuff like that. Chris Drew, he a cornball. Yeah, I said it and I say it again. He a dweeb.
Hold on, Maniac. Hold on, Maniac. Because we got something for him.
Michigan fans are delusional. They think they're going to get away with one of those things added on. Are y'all crazy? These Michigan fans are insane. And anybody who agrees with them are insane.
They don't know exactly what's going to happen, but they don't feel good about it.
This is going to be a beatdown of biblical proportion. I'm telling you what, right? I'm getting fired up. I'm going to tell you what. Tomorrow, Devin, tomorrow, it's all going to happen. Angry Ryan Day is coming back. He's coming back. He's going to annihilate him. And you heard it here first. In the fourth quarter, after we go up 3 touchdowns or even 4, he will go for 2. What's up?
And why is he going to do it?
Michigan wins Saturday.
I don't know.
All that, by the way,
and
are
that's just more
takes that
bullshit
were
you gotta
wrong
do.
by that other fan base.
Come on, man. Listen, man. It is what it is,
Chill.
man.
Chill.
What happened?
Nah.
I'm just saying. Look, man. That's what the Sunday show is for. Then go up there, man. If y'all don't like what he's saying, you go up there and address it. That's what Johnny's show is for. That's why he's been trying to tell you guys. There's no OSU podcast that's going to allow that. And in fact, any OSU podcast that do have some type of call-up show, once as a Michigan fan, you on a short leash. Johnny's not going to do that to you. Unless you're just saying insults, then that's different. But even in those OSU channels, you a Michigan fan, bro, you got like 10 seconds and then they get you out. It's a sore loser fan base, but it is what it is, man. I don't want to get into that. Let's get the show rolling, man. Let's
not sully our Monday. All right, let's go. What we got next? James Franklin was fired. Gentlemen. $56 million buyout. He gets to sit on his couch and collect money for nothing. It was deserved. All right, I'm gonna say that 3 straight losses with a team at the during the preseason. People were talking about as a national championship favorite, a Big Ten favorite. And they wet the bed. He lost his quarterback for the season. Now, granted, he probably wanted to do that based off that quarterback's performance. That's neither here nor there. I do have a couple exclusive interviews with that quarterback for those who want to check it out in my shorts. I got one with James Franklin as well. Check that out. But he's fired, gentlemen. What do we got to say about it?
Yeah, Johnny.
I mean, I didn't think they were going to have the nerve to do it with that much money on the line. I didn't think so, but after that UCLA loss and then Northwestern, it was like those regents and the higher ups at Penn State were probably like, yeah, he got to go. We had championship aspirations, and they're gone already. We're halfway through the season. We ain't even in the playoff. We ain't playoffs. Yeah, he got to go. He got to go today. Not tomorrow, today. You know, so I can't blame him. But $53 million, I was telling my little John about it. Like the Penn State coach, he like, Penn State, who is that? I'm like, yeah, they coach. He got fired. I'm like, guess how much he's getting he gets to walk away with? 200,000. I'm like, 800,000. How much? This can't be real. I'm like, 53 million. Football. College football. I'm like, yes.
It's 53
million. Fire me, please. Please fire me.
Right.
That's the new hustle. And mind you, that's the second largest buyout, only behind what's my man
Jimbo
Fisher. Jimbo Fisher. 70 something million buyout. You see him, he's not eager to come back to football.
Right.
He's
we heard Jimbo's name. Bro.
I go coach somewhere else. 50 million and go coach somewhere else.
But hold on. I think if you go somewhere else, though, they don't have to pay it or something like that, right? It's something weird.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm staying at home.
In his contract, it may be different. I don't know, but yeah.
I don't know. I know if I would just got a lump sum of 70-something million, man, I might be done with the coaching, man.
Listen, honestly. Bro, I don't know if y'all remember back in 2008, right? The whole thing when a bunch of those CEOs was getting those what they call parachute, buyouts and stuff like that, right? Parachute pensions. Sachs, the Goldman Sachs, those people, they was getting millions of dollars too. So why not James Franklin, I guess? All right, let's move on. You even
be mad if you get fired and you walk away with 53?
I'm not.
You don't?
You telling me I don't have to do the grind of recruiting? I don't have to, coach Drew Aller. Give me my 56 million.
I'm fired. For real? You sure?
You crazy. Golden parachute is what it's called. Shout out to
I want all of that,
bro.
I want it all.
Golden parachute.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Definitely he got a golden parachute. Big Ten power rankings, ladies and gentlemen. You know we do it every week. We gonna do it again. Let's get to it. I got the list up. Gentlemen, talk to me. Who is the worst in
Damn. It's gotten, bro. It's
Penn
gotten.
State.
I agree. No. And I know we joking, but bro, if you lost to UCLA and Northwestern back to back, the two teams who we had on the bottom, yeah, you the worst. Yeah, Penn State, they right where they belong, right there. Right
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Did they collapse? Did they really collapse after this? Because Alar's hurt too.
Yeah, he's gone for the season.
Yeah, it looks like they already gave up, bro.
In
my opinion, and I'm just mad that it happened before they played the other state. I'm pissed off at that. They could have at least gotten there.
I did have them win before.
You had what?
I did have them beating Ohio State. That's flown. It's flown the coop. That
they
one
have
gone.
No shot. Trust me now. That's done. All right. So they're the worst team. Who are the bad teams, gentlemen?
We're gonna go Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's bad.
Purdue, Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers. I was just about to say them.
Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, UCLA is still bad, right?
Nah, they ain't 2 in a row.
Who did they just beat this week?
Michigan's poor little bro. Them is bad, bro.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they destroyed them.
They're a bad football team.
Yeah, they destroyed them.
They just got their coach fired too, by the way. I think, right?
Not yet.
All right, he's probably close to it. All right. All right. So then the mid teams.
Northwestern.
I was gonna say, don't be afraid to say it.
Yeah, I mean, right now we gotta be.
We are. No, we are. But I'm talking about the worst of the mid. Northwestern.
Don't say it's so sad.
Maryland.
Super mid.
Michigan.
Mid-ass Michigan.
UCLA.
Yeah.
Nebraska.
Is Nebraska mid though?
Yeah.
What is Nebraska? 3-2?
5-1.
They keep finding a way. They should have lost to Maryland. So should Washington, by the way. But both of them found a way to beat Maryland.
You know what? For now, you know what? Listen. For now,
let me pull up my records.
For now, put Nebraska good. For now, until they get cooked again.
Yeah. What about Iowa? Are they mid or good?
Mid.
All right.
They still mid. And Minnesota. Minnesota's mid. Let's
Minnesota.
Certainly. Minnesota's definitely mid. They down here in the mid too. They back in the mid.
You know what? I'll put
we're better
Illinois. I'll put Illinois. This is good. They borderline good in mid, but
who'd they just lose to? Did they lose again?
Ohio State.
5-2.
But they did beat
USC and Ohio State.
They did.
No, they beat USC.
USC. Right.
So who's the other loss?
Indiana.
Indiana blew the doors off.
So those are going to be 2 undefeated teams, 2 top teams in the top 5. So that's not bad.
So is Illinois a mid team or a good team?
Shit.
The Bills are
Illinois.
Losing?
They might be a good team. Well,
Illinois might be a good team.
They might be and Indiana might be really good.
Yeah.
Well, Indiana's elite. Indiana's elite.
Now.
Indiana's an elite team.
No, Indiana's elite. All those. So, and Washington. For now, Washington is a good team. The best of the good teams. And those four to me right now are elite. Well, I think USC belong up there because because look, their only loss came to a close game, right? And they've been on par. It's their defense who's been messing them up. They haven't scored no less than 31 points this season.
Bro,
so I'm gonna put them up there for now. It's border. Right. And then of course
Oregon's elite.
Yeah, they lost to another elite team. So I'll do that.
All right, so this is what we looking like.
Yeah.
Ohio State, the elite team. Indiana.
Yes.
Oregon, USC.
Yes.
Washington, Illinois, Nebraska. Is that the order? Y'all like that order? I think Illinois got to be up here.
Think so?
Actually, let's not put them. Washington might be. Nebraska. It's tough, bro. I don't know. This might be cool. This might be cool.
Yeah.
So
is Michigan?
So let me ask.
If we beat Washington, we flip.
Right.
Because we beat Nebraska.
Beat Washington, we flip. Now I want to ask the chat. They saying which is a valid argument. They say USC is not elite. That's a valid, But if they go into South Bend and beat Notre Dame,
then they're elite.
Are they elite?
They're elite if they beat Notre Dame.
I think they are going to beat Notre Dame.
I think they are too, and I hope they do at this point because I'm tired of getting included in these tweets from a certain Notre Dame fan.
Notre Dame bot is relentless.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he come out that he's the Homer Simpson meme. He's the epitome of that.
Shout out my guy, Old Man on the Sticks. He said Indiana should be over Ohio.
I mean, if we look at, Indiana, right? If we doing common opponents, Indiana did it, and that win in Eugene, the way they did it is better than it's probably the best win in college football right now. Honestly, not just in the Big Ten. So
probably, but here's the thing: Ohio State, the other state, they are the defending national champions. They haven't lost since we beat them in November last year. I don't think you can move them for Indiana.
No, I know, but you can make the argument.
Yeah.
And they don't play this year, do they?
No.
And that's true too. Indiana barely beat Iowa. That's a fact.
Yeah, but David, that's college football. A lot of teams, y'all barely beat Nebraska last year. So you can't go off. You can't win them more pretty, bro. You can't win them more pretty. So
Mizzle.
But what they did, you telling me, all right. So that just tells you how good of a team they are. They struggled against Iowa and then beat a top 5 team in their house, dominated them. So what now?
Nobody.
That Iowa defense is for real.
Yeah, Iowa's tough, man. They they got a dollar menu offense.
All right, so let's just review real quick. We got 4 elite teams, 3 good teams, a bunch of mid teams, a bunch of bad teams, and Penn State is the worst team.
They in the basement.
They in the basement. Lights off, everything. Michigan is super mid. So there we go. Take us to our next segment. Lich Picks is our next segment. Lich, come on up. Lich, you have to explain this. While we get the Lich Picks ready to go, explain yourself, sir.
Let me pull them up myself too.
Are we gonna go over the last week ones?
That's definitely not it. That's not it.
That's a new crowd. Real quick before you go, if Old Man on the Sticks has a gaming streaming channel.
Yes, he does.
If you like to watch Madden, if you like to watch College Football 26, go subscribe to Old Man on the Sticks.
Facts.
The great
go subscribe
there.
anyway.
Really
go subscribe anyway. How about that?
Yeah.
And he's hilarious, by the way.
Facts.
One of my favorite subs, for sure. All right, here we go. It's on the screen. Y'all see it?
Yes.
All right, Lich. You remember hold on, Lich, because I got your ones from last week.
I got them pulled up on my phone right now.
You got those, or
Yeah.
All right. What did you say last week?
All right. So last week I had Bryce Underwood passing for 200 yards. For the over, he hit 207 passing yards. Hit that one. You got Hogan Hansen receiving for under 40 yards. He did
No.
see Hansen.
No.
Well, technically, we did get that because he didn't receive at all. I mean, he had one target, but he dropped. But I think he dropped it or it was overthrown. So we technically got that when it was an under. He just got 0 yards.
Yeah.
Donovan McCulley I had him for over 70 yards. He did not hit that. He only got 39 yards. I had Justice Haynes rushing for 120 yards. I feel like he was on track for that, but then he got injured. But he only got 51 rushing yards. I got Jordan Marshall for under 60 yards. He actually blew that one out by 8 yards. He got 68 rushing yards last week.
Okay.
So this week, I have Bryce Underwood passing for over 250 yards, which I know sounds asinine compared to last week, but you did tell me to stop going so easy on Bryce. And this week he is actually projected to pass for over 200 yards. And so I figured I'd tack on an extra 50 just to add that little extra challenge to it, you know. Andrew Marsh, I got him receiving for over 100 yards, which I think is completely doable if they continue on the track they're on right now. Because last week he got 138 receiving yards, so I think him hitting over 100 receiving yards should be completely doable. But only time will tell once the game comes up. But if he continues to get targets, there's no reason to believe that he can't hit over 100 receiving yards in this Washington game. Jair Hill, one forced turnover. He got, I think it was half of one in this the previous game, or I think he got a turnover. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to look it up. But I have him projected to get at least one turnover or more in this coming game, because I think he was a big. I think he stepped up pretty good on the defense, and I think that's something that we're going to see moving forward is him stepping up to be that guy. We definitely need it. We need somebody to step up on the defense since it can't just be the Bar and Berry show, you know.
Yeah. Hold on, Lich. This is important. I don't mean to cut you off, and we definitely gonna finish. This is important though. I'm glad that these two were able to piece it up because as we all know, Marmar went through a horrible tragedy, and we're not gonna, rehash that. But Bugsy, who was a very a favorite member of the show from that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, we were estranged for a minute because of some things that were said. I'm glad y'all were able to piece that up. That's good. All right. Go ahead, Lich.
I got Justin Haynes rushing for under 100 yards, and that's because of what happened last week, him getting injured. I don't think they're going to be running him as hard as they were last week, just to kind of give him a little bit of a rest, I guess, so to say. I don't think he's going to be out of the game. It's projected that he's supposed to play this weekend, so I'm assuming he's not going to get the amount of carries, at least for this week, that he's been getting throughout the year. I think we're going to lean more on Marshall, which is why I got him rushing for over 100 yards this weekend, because I think he's going to be our main back, just to kind of give Haynes a little bit of a rest from that almost injury, or I guess it was technically an injury, but not a game-threatening injury when it comes to like him being out of the game or not. So I think that's kind of what we're going to be looking at is we're going to see more Marshall and a little bit less Haynes.
Lich picks. I like these. Projecting anyone to force a turnover is ballsy. I like it. Bryce over 250. That's big too. Andrew Marsh, even though he is coming off of 2 excellent games, over 100 yards is big. Not easy to do. I think you did correctly predict Donovan McCulley over 100 yards a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so, that's good. Justice Haynes under 100 and Jordan Marshall over 100. That's one that is very interesting too. Shout out to Lich.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm just taking into account the fact that Haynes got an injury scare last week, and I think that's going to come into play coming into this game. So I just don't think we're going to see him targeted as much as our main runner. I think we're going to see more Marshall.
No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is that our final. No, it's not. I'm wilding. Right.
This is the last.
Yeah. Washington preview. Michigan is home. Much needed home game. By the way, whoever made this schedule for Michigan, I hope that you know I'm not going to go that far, but this was horrible. You're a bad person for this. Whoever made this schedule. No back-to-back home games. It's Michigan, bro. This isn't IUPUI. All right. It's not some community college. It's not Creighton. It's Michigan. Back-to-back home games are a must on a Michigan schedule, but I digress. Let's talk about it. Washington.
I do have some bad news.
What is it?
Michigan's out of the top 25.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. We
saw okay. I wasn't sure how many people knew that.
They said it yesterday.
We all know. We all know it. And I figured if we lost to USC, we'd flip flop.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah, and that's pretty much what happened.
By the way, a bit of news: USC was fined for playing a running back during the Michigan game that was on the injury report is out.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
They got a $5,000 fine for that.
If that was Michigan, we'd be forfeiting that win.
You know it.
I want them to forfeit. I didn't know about this.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the reason. He's the reason Michigan lost. By the way, I think he did score a touchdown in that game. But whatever. By the way, do you know how Shabba ranks this game could have gotten if we didn't get those red zone turnovers? This thing could have been real Shabba ranks.
And you can't rely on that. That's not good, and that's not sustainable defense. Just living off of turnovers. You want to get off the field on third down or fourth if you have to.
Definitely. Shout out to Marmar, by the way, for that. Let's get to it, gentlemen. Washington preview. Michigan. Washington comes to the big house. Washington, a 5-1 team. Again, only loss is to the number one team in the country. They only lost to Ohio State. They had a comeback win over Maryland. Their quarterback is a real threat. They've got other talent on that team. This is not going to be an easy win for Michigan. I will say that I am there now. I am worried.
If it's going to be a win. If it's
going to be a win, right? So let's talk about it, gentlemen. Johnny, what say you?
This one is a headache, mainly because of the way we're playing on defense. Because when you play a team like Oregon, Indiana, OSU, USC, these teams spread you out and they're going to throw sideline. They're going to make you defend the whole field. If you can't fly up and make tackles on screens, because that's how they're going to test you first. We're not even going to get to the rest of our offense. If you can't stop these screens coming up, if you can't fly up, get off blocks, and make tackles and stop the pass right where it stands, they throw the screen for behind the line for a yard, and you stop them and they get a yard, maybe 2 yards. That's good defense. If they're getting 7, 8, 10, 15, and you're missing tackles, they're gonna screen you to death. And that's what happened against USC, basically. And Washington is the same type of team. So this one is a headache right now, because in the past, I would have been like, I'm not worried too much because we play good defense. We're tackling well, we get off blocks, and that stuff's not going to work against us. But now it's working. So that's my real worry. And defensively, they're not great defensively, but they're kind of good defensively. So I kind of hope we see Browder in this one a little bit. I want to see I'm
looking forward to that.
I want to see the upside guys now. Yeah. I want to see them.
Yeah. All right, Litch, you're up next. All right, Washington preview.
So in this game, we got Michigan, who's favored with a 5.5 point points over Washington, obviously because they're the home team. But yeah, I mean the Vegas has us favored over Washington, which, I mean, given that last game, kind of has me a little surprised that they would favor us over Washington. I mean, it is at the Big House, which I think plays a huge factor because we do have one of the toughest stadiums to play in the country.
What's the spread, Mitch?
It's 5.5 points.
Michigan by 5.5?
Touchdown. Touchdown.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm shocked.
I thought it would have been like 2 or 3, just basically the home.
Yeah, that's what I figured too. But no, they got us at. Vegas has us at 5.5. CBS Sports has us at a 6-point favorite. It's kind of surprising given how we played in that USC game. But I guess they see something we don't. But I mean, nevertheless, I mean, yeah, I definitely agree. We have to be able to stop those screenplays. We can't let them keep getting away with that. I mean, we've been letting them get away with that all season, and I got to think like maybe that's just some master plan with from Wink to just let teams think that those screens are safe. And as soon as one team in particular tries to do it, that's when he locks it down, you know. But on the other hand, it could just be he's just not doing calling the right plays for that, or it could be play rec on the players. I think that's kind of where it could come down to is the players not realizing the type of play that's going on and not reacting fast enough to stop it. But yeah, we definitely gotta get those locked down because those are, like, in my opinion, they seem to be one of the like the better plays to be able to react to because you see one guy that's not really moving that much and you just lock in on him, you know. But I also did not play on the I was a D lineman when I was in school, so I was mainly focused on the quarterback. So I don't know exactly the what all goes into stopping a screen. But what I do see is you see a running back or a receiver that's running inside of the line of scrimmage. Generally, that tells me screen or it's a jet pass. So one way or another, we need to get in the line of that and stop it. So why we're standing like 5-10 yards away from the line of scrimmage on the borders is beyond me. We should be right up there. Our guys are fast enough to keep up with most receivers that our opponents have. So like, there's no reason for us to be standing so far back. We're not going to get burnt, and if we do, we got safeties over top that can come down really fast. So realistically, our cornerback should be right on the line is where we should be standing, or we should be packing that box.
Let's land the plane.
Okay, sorry. I got a little anyway. So establishing the run game on offense, key, obviously, as we do every week. Getting the and that way we can set up the passing game, get Bryce out there, have Bryce do what Bryce does, make those passes, keep them tight, get some touch on the ball. We'll be good.
No doubt. By the way, no disrespect to Lich. No disrespect to Lich will be tolerated in the chat either. Sometimes we get a little wordy. All right.
Yeah.
Maniac, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Look, man, defensively, let's start there, right? This is going to be discipline and tackle. Discipline and tackle. Bro, stay home. Don't get overly aggressive because Jetfish will use that against you. And guess what? They have a wide receiver, Denzel Boston. They have another receiver. These guys could ball out. These guys are real good receivers. And their running back, Jonah Coleman, he's a wrecking ball, bro. He's a wrecking ball. That boy, he get downfield, he's going to be tough to tackle. And on top of that, Damon Williams Jr., they quarterback. This guy is going to be a problem, man. This guy is a problem. And if we're not tackling and we over pursuing, this guy is going to cook us with his legs. Yeah. I'm very nervous for this game. Very nervous. Right. But if defense need to come out firing, aggressive, like I said, they do those two things, discipline and tackle. I think defense will keep us in this, and offensively, stick to what we do, man. Let's run the ball. We home. Let's use the crowd. Let's wear them out, man. Because we can, what our defense had to go through last week, we try not to give them PTSD of last week. So, yeah, man, run the ball, Jordan Marshall. Listen, man, give me some Jasper Parker, man. You have any of that Jasper Parker? I take that. You know, if my man Hayes can't go, give me some Jasper Parker, bro. Give me a large size of Jasper Parker and Marshall. Run the ball, D-line. Listen, man, this is the week. This is the right opponent to let the nation know. Listen, it ain't gonna be like this the whole season. So it's on you, coaching staff, players, and we gonna see. But I'm nervous.
No doubt. Listen, I was joking with Maniac and Johnny on Saturday, the Saturday morning show, saying I had to talk them off the ledge when the whole time they had the right temperament, right? It was me who was way too relaxed about that game against USC. I should have definitely had more worry, if you will. That said, Michigan has losses to anybody with a pulse this season, losses to Oklahoma, losses to USC. Both
on the road.
Both on the road. That's fair. But with that said, Lakers in 5. Nah, I'm just
I will say one thing real quick. At least we're not Oklahoma right now.
Oklahoma will bounce back. They
put 6 up on Texas.
Bro, that score was 6-3 at halftime, or 6 something like that. 6-9,
Texas
something
woke
like
up.
6-3 at half.
Crazy.
And then Texas woke up and just demolished them.
Oklahoma couldn't score a point, which sucks for us again. So we lost twice on Saturday. Oklahoma, who Michigan had rooting interest for, obviously lost, and then Michigan, of course, lost. But with that said, DeMond Williams Jr. Oh, God.
And real quick, because M3, you weren't the only one, because I tried to tell Juju and TJ last Thursday, I'm worried about these things.
Yeah.
They weren't worried.
Yeah,
I tried to tell you.
We definitely didn't have the right deference. Listen, DeMond Williams Jr. worries me. Michigan's defense worries me. Until those things, we definitely got to get better on defense. But I think offensively, I saw some things from Michigan that I did appreciate, some things that we can, build upon. I'm going to say it again. Andrew Marsh is absolutely him. I'm with Johnny, though. I do want to see Jamar Browder get some playing time. I want to see Donovan McCulley get back into the groove of things. 3 catches, a couple bad throws his way. But again, Bryce is a true freshman. He's learning too. I like what I saw from Bryce for most of the game. But we'll see what happens, man. This is why they play the games. Tune in Saturday. I think it's a noon kickoff for this one. Big noon.
12-10 to be exact.
Yeah. All right,
good,
gentlemen. Last words.
Our last 2 night games, they ain't went good for us.
No bueno.
Don't put us.
Are we gonna even get a home? Are we gonna even get a home night? Well, we had New Mexico, so that means Purdue is gonna be a home night game. Oh my goodness,
it's gonna be fire.
Don't exactly what you talking about. It's gonna be fire. Let's talk. Let's move on, gentlemen. Let's get out of here. All right, 9:16. We've been on for over an hour. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Juju Garrison, Dallas fan, came to the chat. Of course he did today. Of course you did. That said, Lich, huh?
I guarantee y'all lose to USC, Notre Dame.
Yo, see, this is what I don't like, bro, because you also guaranteed this last season. I mean, if you keep throwing shit at the wall, and it sticks sometimes. So I'm not. You don't get no credit from me. You said a bunch of people was gonna beat Michigan.
Beats and treats. Last comment. He always get me with this. Come on, M3. No, the other one. The next one after that one.
Yeah, I know. I know. We get in there, Beats. We get in there. Lich, tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on.
You can find me on all platforms at LichMech626. If you can't find me, I'm not there. You can also find me over at the Gamers Sideline every Friday between 7 and 7:30 start time for Football Fridays with me and Kinetic. We talk all gaming news that happen throughout the week and all sports news that happen throughout the week. Usually do a week this week preview for all the games going on this week, big ones at least. Then in the future, we're working on something called Sideline Saturdays. We're going to talk basically just straight gaming on Saturday. But that's something I'm still working on. It might be coming down the pipeline, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss it. You also find me obviously right here on the channel, the Maize Madman channel on Maize Out Mondays, where I am I produce backstage and I also host the Lich Picks, and sometimes they let me stay up a little bit longer.
There we go. And we regret it this time. No, I'm joking. It was good. Johnny, tell the people what you got going on, where they can find you. Juju said I'm dead inside.
Hi, Juju. Drink that chocolate milk you had the other day.
Right.
That'll wake you up. That'll wake that stomach up for sure. But I didn't do my pregame analysis for Washington today, so it'll be dropping tomorrow sometime, probably tomorrow evening. Then we got the Thursday call-in show on Voice of College Football. Me, TJ, people can call in, cook it up. You get to cook, and then Saturday morning, the big college football show with me, M3, Maniac, A House Divided. That's Josh and that's Marcus. Then Sunday, we got the call-in show that people don't like, that people can call in and cook. He called in and cooked. You should call in and cook. Don't be scared to cook.
Facts.
People don't like it. You letting them cook, Johnny. Stop them. Nah. Sundays, I'm just there. I don't say much. I be on there for 4 hours and I barely talk for 30 minutes. So that's how the show has been. That's how it's going to continue to be. It's your show.
I was tight this Sunday, bro. They had me tight.
M3 came in mad. He came in hot. So that's what it's for. I don't care if it's M3, whoever you want to come on, cook. Garrison is always there, whoever. Come cook. You don't like what you hear? Come tell me why you don't like it.
This is not worse than Hulk. This is not worse than Hulk. Stop it. Maniac, go ahead.
Yeah, man, you can follow me and my OnlyFans at Sasong and Goya. Now you see it there, man. Go blue _ maniac _ 24 on Instagram. That will lead you to my other social media outlets. Also follow me on YouTube. Now I do I actually, after this video is done, I'm going to record my preview of the Washington-Michigan game, but I'll be dropping that on Wednesday, middle of the week. So I have a couple of days to cook. And of course, here, Mondays, man. And on Johnny's show, going nuclear, either on my own team or one of your teams. Because when I get in my bag, I get in my bag. It's like Halloween. Don't make me get in my bag.
Yeah, you was cooking on Sunday, for real. Cooking with a blowtorch.
All right. Follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. I don't know what else I do. Oh, Saturday. Every Saturday morning, big college football show at 11 that sometimes starts at 10:30. Me, Maniac, Johnny Oden Jr., the gentlemen from A House Divided, Marcus and Josh, we all over there cooking. You hear me? It's the best Saturday morning show ever. Not just Saturday sports morning show, the best Saturday morning show ever. There's not a Saturday morning show that's ever existed in the history of humanity that is better than that one. Check it out. Until next time. Go ahead,
quick. Before we get out of here, if you guys haven't yet, make sure that you are subscribed to the Maize Madman channel and become a member right now. Do it right now.
Yeah.
And that's all.
I think Juju's off the Hennessy. He going nuclear on the chat.
Juju crazy, bro. Hey, until next time, you know the slogan, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, This might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. So I just don't get that all that Maize and that lock and all that fun. I just don't get it. And how the
Oh my God, we're shutting the damn live down. Good night, everybody.